congratulations on being bowl eligible. What does it mean for you? Because I know you worked really hard since you got there to get your program back on its legs. And is that a good turning point that you guys are moving forward?
Well, I don't think as a coach you ever feel there's a turning point. I think you feel you're always working to get better and always working to improve. And I think anytime you declare, hey, here's the turning point, you're going to be in trouble because it's going to go back in a hurry. So, this certainly represents a step for our program that I believe we could take this year. But there's still a lot more football to play, and we just got to make sure we're getting better every week. And again, I say it all the time, but I know that's coach speak, but that's real. Hopefully, becoming bowl eligible is now motivation to take that next step. And our ultimate goal here isn't to be just a team that becomes bowl eligible. But you start out every season with that hopefully being a minimum goal, and then you build from that. For the first time in a long time, we've hit that goal. And now we want to go out every day to practice and get better. And we've had 2 good days of practice and preparation for the game this week, and we've got to have another great day tomorrow, and just make sure we're always doing things to push this program forward.
Yeah, what do you have to do this weekend to improve on? Is there anything you saw last week that needs to be fixed?
Yeah, I mean, we need to have a little bit more balance on offense. We didn't throw the ball very much last week. I mean, fortunately, we ran it well. We ran the ball for over 200 yards, and that helped us. But this is a team that certainly will load up on you, and they'll outnumber you, and they're really good in the secondary. So we're going to have to be more balanced on offense than we were a week ago, and certainly on defense. You have to limit big plays. These guys score so quickly and make so many explosive plays, and some of it comes from within the design of the offense. And then when things break down,
right,
he becomes even more dangerous. And that's the difficulty in defending them, is they have such a good scheme and it's so well thought out that they're good within the scheme of their offense. But then when things break down, that's when he makes his Heisman plays.
Right.
He just makes 8 people miss, and jumps over people, and runs away from everybody, on a defense. So that's the challenge. You don't have to defend the play that's called, but then the secondary play that happens when he starts running around.
Right. Well, good luck this week, and I hope you can pull out another big W.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Christopher.
I just want to talk to you about your uniforms this week. They look like they're pretty cool uniforms. Just talk about how you guys working on and pulling out the brand for Louisville and coming out with all these nice, cool uniforms.
Yeah, it's just a real credit to our administration and Tom Jurich and the relationship that we've built with Adidas. And, we're very willing to, be one of the teams that gets to present and show new things. And we have just a tremendous relationship. And they'll look pretty good, and our players like to look good. We always feel like if we look good, we got a chance to go out and play good.
And talk about the 3 keys you guys have to do to pull out a victory at home.
Yeah, I'm not big on 3 keys. It's going to be important for us that we're able to distinguish that we can run the football, make sure we protect our quarterback and throw the ball down the field, put pressure on their DBs. And defensively, we've got to stop the run.
Hey, Coach Pat, how you doing?
Great, Chris. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Talk about this Purdue team. They're 3-6, but they're a dangerous 3-6 team. They were 3-3 before they had that coaches change. So, what do you see on film?
Well, it jumps to me. I think David's playing outstanding at quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands. He makes really good decisions. He's got, I think, Yancey on the outside is a home run hitter. Posey does a great job. He runs great routes. And you look at Marshall, he's got 27 catches. They bring him in. I think they call it the Amtrak package.
Mm-hmm.
And then their tight end, he's got 32 catches. So they're spreading it out. Their backs have been a little beat up, but up front they're playing nasty. They're playing tough. It's fun to watch, and their backs are playing really hard and real physical. Defensively, obviously changed schemes. They've had some guys a little banged up front, but that front 4 is playing really hard. The linebackers do and understand the system really well, and then they play a lot of man and challenge you with small windows. Kick game very sound, very talented return men. Being a little creative in the punt game with formations and fakes. Being creative on their kickoff team with different kickoff spots. They're deep left, they're short right, they're deep right. They're doing a really good job. Been very impressed with how they're playing since the change, which could have turned the team into a negative. I think, although the record isn't positive, I think they're playing very hard, winning all 3 games at halftime, playing with a lot of passion and emotion.
And what are the 3 things that you like to see this weekend for you guys to turn this around after losing 2 straight?
Well, first of all, we need to show up with the right attitude and play the Wildcat way. We need to execute, and we need to finish. You know, the last 2 games we've been in the fourth quarter, and we haven't found a way to finish.
Well, good luck this week.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Final serve, FM Radio, Baltimore.
Hey, Coach. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Talk about Northwestern. What do you see on film getting to play that tough Northwestern team this week?
Sure. I think I said it earlier in our press conference here on campus. It's just got Coach Fitzgerald's personality written all over their team, like they have for all the years he's been there. They're tough defense, giving up 22 points a game. They're well coached and sound in everything they do. Their special teams game's the same. And on offense, they're doing a great job of getting their guys the ball in space, throwing the football all over the place, and attacking you with different route concepts. It's what's made them a very solid football team.
And let's talk about you guys. Seems like that last week you another tough game. What do you guys have to do this week to hopefully pull out a win?
Sure. I mean, every week in the Big Ten, as you know, is a tough week. We grinded it out and really have done some great things against great competition in the first 3 weeks of this tough situation, and last week was no different. We had a chance to win that football game and put ourselves in position. And in order to close that and take the next step, you just continue to do what we've hopefully done a lot of, is continue to impress upon our team that they've got to believe and think and work like winners and find ways to continue to be better down the stretch and not turning it over on offense and finding a way to not give up big plays on defense to put yourself in position to go finish a ball game.
Well, Coach, I hope you can get your first win this week, hopefully.
Thanks very much.
More.
Hey, Coach Franklin, how you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great. Talk about Indiana this week. What type of team are they? They're a very tough team. They beat Maryland at home, and seems like they're a quiet team in the Big Ten.
Yeah, Coach has done a really good job. He's done a really good job there. The offense has been explosive really since he's been there. They throw the ball really well, one of the better passing teams in the conference. Their new hire on the defensive side of the ball, Coach Allen, has really kind of changed their program, where now they got much more balance offensively and defensively, playing with a lot of confidence. So, to go on the road and to play them at home is going to be a tremendous challenge for us. So our guys are excited about it.
And also, talk about you guys. Do you really look at this college football playoff thing? Because I know a lot of coaches don't really look at it until the end of the year. Yeah, do you like it, or you wish they did something different?
Yeah, I don't really kind of focus on it at all, to be honest. Last week, somebody said there was a show. I didn't even know there was a show. Our focus is completely on being 1-0 this week. This is the most important game on our schedule because it's the next game on our schedule. Obviously, our players and coaches hear about all these things externally, but we don't talk about those things internally. We just focus on getting better every single day and preparing like crazy so we can go out and execute on Saturday.
Well, good luck this Saturday, and I hope you guys can play out a big win there.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Coach Wilson, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Talk about it. What is this? If you beat Penn State this week, will that be a good one of those big wins that you could actually say this has been a successful season?
Well, again, that's just one game. There's so much more to go. Win and lose situation. There's one following, a rival following. If we're fortunate enough and can get there maybe a potential bowl. So there's so much still to play for. It's 9 down. We played some good football. We let some We're confident in our football team. I wouldn't say we're pleased with where we are because we always want more and expect more. And we're not putting a lot of pressure. We have to, to me, you have to win every game and go through the process of winning the game. So this is not a game we're targeting. It's awfully big. These guys are playing great football. It's just the next one. We're going to have a great week. We plan to, and then we plan to go out and play as hard as we can and see how it matches up against the football team that's playing very, very strong right now.
And what are the three keys you guys have to do to pull out a win? Because I know Penn State's running defense, the running game is very good right now. So is that one of the keys to stop the run?
Yeah, I mean, always, both sides' ability to, to run it or stop it, whether it be for you or your opponent, taking care of the ball. Last week, I think we were third in the nation in fewest fumbles, and then last week we had 4 fumbles out last week, lost 2 of them. We went from third best in the nation to not as good all of a sudden in 1 week. And you had, 8 weeks of football where we showed a good trend, and all of a sudden we got sloppy. So ball security, our kicking was not very good. But when you're playing a very, very strong team, we're fortunate we're playing at home. When you're playing a team that's playing well in all phases, we're going to have to play well in all phases, and we might need more than 3 keys to win this game because these guys are playing great football.
Well, good luck this week.
Thank you.
Herb FM Radio in Baltimore.
Hey, Coach Jim, I covered you when you were in the ACC with Wake Forest. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Christopher. Thank you.
Talk about how difficult this season for you, because I know last time I saw you coach at Wake Forest, you had an up and down season. So, are you learning stuff from when you learned from Wake Forest, helping you through this year?
Well, I think so. I think the one thing that's different here is, Wake Forest. We a lot of times, a lot of Saturdays, we were fighting uphill talent-wise. And here at Baylor, we've got good talent. We've got a chance to go out every Saturday and be pretty much level playing field. But I think the things that we need to do are things that we needed to do at Wake Forest, and that's not make too many mental mistakes, be disciplined, and be good in the kicking game, and not have too many penalties and things like that. And some of those things we're not taking care of right now. Last week we were a pretty undisciplined football team. We didn't take care of assignments the way we wanted to. We had about 120 yards in penalties, and just did things that you can't do if you're going to win football games. So a lot of the things that we had to rely on at Wake Forest that we're not doing, did not do a very good job of this past weekend against TCU. We need to do better.
And taking on an Oklahoma squad, you never faced them before. So what do you see on film that might be a difficult game on Saturday?
Well, I think this is the most talented team we've played. They belong in the top 10. They got stumped their toe a couple of times early in the season, but they're playing great football right now. Their offense is off the charts explosive. I like their defense, the way they chase the football. They're physical up front, and they run to the football, and they do a great job with their special teams. So they present us a lot of problems, but I really believe that if we can get our guys to rally and regroup, we can go compete. But we're not good enough to not take care of the little things. We've got to do all the right things to have a chance to win.
Yeah. Well, good luck this week. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Coach Bob, how you doing?
Great. Thanks.
Talk about Jim Grobe. What type of coach is he? He did a really good job in the ACC with Wake Forest over the years he was there. What did he bring to Baylor right now?
Yeah, just great experience and stability. He's a guy that has been around and seen a lot. I got great respect for Jim and always have. And from afar, I never coached with him, but always appreciated and respected how his teams played and with really good discipline and structure. Been an excellent coach through the years.
And what are the 3 keys for you guys to pull out a win? Because I know they're a tough team, and they're coming to your home stadium.
About the same as every week. Is who can run and stop the run, who can make the big plays, who can win the turnover battle. Those things happen every week.
Well, good luck this week.
Thank you.